All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back, Adam. Brad, good morning. James, good morning. Joseine, good morning. Um, James, R. James Moyer, good morning. Stephen, good morning. Stephen. Tafita, good morning. Omer, good morning. All right, guys, let's get the show on the road. What we got going on here. That's what it is. Here we go. Thank you. We got a disconnect between the 200 and the 100 NT Rinko. We have harmony zone number one, which is 203 by 213, and 228 by 238.75. Harmony zone number two. The market is in sync. Well, the 200 is short, and the market is out of sync between the 200 and the 100. And we are waiting. Give the market a little bit of time here on a Thursday, and try to see what type of range the market is building and how we should be handling that. Right now, we hit that harmony zone a couple of times, and it seems like the market is showing some resistance against any upward movement. Yeah, we're seeing some pressure coming in. See how they keep coming to that level and pushing away. That's good to see for the shorts, but ultimately we gotta see a push here on the 100 NT Rinko. We're getting a sell pressure in ES, and the market is in sync between the 50 NT Rinko and the 20 NT Rinko on ES, and there's more direction coming through in that instrument. We're getting a continuation trade here in NQ. Now the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the short side, and the market is pushing short or on the sideline. Anmol Gupta, good morning. So this is a switch trade right here, and that's a potential for a continuation trade to target number 3. Then now, after that, target number 4 is 103 and a quarter. A close of 151. Yeah, they didn't do it. Yeah, they're trying to stabilize it here a little bit, and you're seeing this captain setup right here, and they're gonna push it back into this harmony zone number 1. And that changed, by the way, from to 78, 88, 203 to 13. So those are the two zones that we need to be conscious of. At the top of the hour, we have ISM services PMI and Jolt job opening. Both are significant news. So we definitely want to see what type of market we're gonna have when the news hits. The next target for this rotation on the short side is 128. A reversal would be anything above 229. We're about to disconnect here again. Anything above 92 will disconnect the market. We're about to get there. Okay, so we got there, actually 89, excuse me. So the fact that the 200 and the 100 are no longer in sync, that's going to put us in a position where you're going to get a two-sided market here. And as long as we continue to trade under the 213, this market would have a short bias. What we would want to see from the market in order to go short is a break of this cloud from positive to a negative one, and harmony wave short that will get us involved in a short position. As long as those two levels are holding, the market can have a short bias. If we give up the 214, then that would be an issue for the shorts. I mean, there's definitely a bit of buying going on here, so I don't want to go ahead of it and go short. I want to see it mature, and either we break above 213 or we start breaking under 167, and that will set the stage for the short environment to resume itself. ES, on the other hand, is very decisive in its behavior. It's short. We didn't really get out of sync. The 20 NT Rinko is short, the 50 NT Rinko short, and the 6 NT Rinko is showing patterns of short behavior. So really, it's not like there is a big reversal in the market on ES and NQ is catching up. You're just getting a little bit of back and fill behavior in NQ in an environment that's decisively short. Yeah, and plus we have, thank you, Adam. Thank you. We have low impact news in 2 minutes. All right. So what we're seeing here is potential. Here we go. So the fact that the market broke that trend line, now pullbacks are become viable on a scalping basis, and the potential of us breaking above the 190 is high. So really, the shorts are not taking control of this properly yet. And I think you're gonna get this type of two-sided market till the news at the top of the hour comes up. Okay. Well, here we go. Selling pressure in ES coming up to target 440, 44.31. That news popped up at 8:45. So at least we got a shift in the cloud here, and that's kind of what you want to see, right? That's what you want to see. Now let's see what happens here. You want to see a selling pressure resume itself and channel number 1 and channel number 2 establishing itself. This is a very noisy market, where the market is really not respecting the middle of the range. It's just flip-flopping back and forth. Yeah, there you go. We're hitting harmony zone number 2. Come on, baby, let's go. So there's a disconnect between the 200 and the 100 NT Renko. Yeah, Adam, they are trying hard, but they're not really. They're not showing us. A lot of strength here. Yeah, I see that. I see that. Did you take it, Omer? Yeah, that's what I'm doing too myself. Actually, just waiting on the news. There's a captain set up switch trade on short on the 30 NT Renko. That's what Omer was talking about. So I mean, what are we doing? What are we waiting on? What's the next thing for us here in order for us to take action? And the bottom line here, we have big news coming up at the top of the hour in a long weekend. Yesterday the market came back in, but you could tell that the volume is a little bit low and price action is not that robust. So what we're doing here is waiting for the news to show up at the top of the hour, then go from there. That's pretty much what we're waiting on. What are actionable levels. I mean, what we have right now is the 200 and the 100 are out of sync, and they're pausing and oscillating in between harmony zone number 1 and 2. So I mean, if we break anything under 155, we're gonna get ourselves the market being sync again. Then the target of 128 it becomes a very distinct possibility, right? So patience is the name of the game this morning. Remember, we have 15,135. That's the FOMC number, and that's where the market is inching itself toward. So if we started to break that 155, yeah, we're gonna start getting a serious push toward that number 135. That's the target. Then after that, you got the 128. Shorts are taking control. Good morning, Sheila. How are you? You see that? We're heading toward that 135. That's where we're going. Here it comes. See that line right there? That's the FOMC number. Big deal. We're about to close that 28 I mean, we're too close to it. I mean, if they want to reverse it right here, that would be something. But we should be able to close that level 28. Well, I mean, they're putting a captain setup long right here on the 20. I mean, literally came within a tick or two of closing that, and they had to. They have to close this right here. Yeah, we got 3 minutes. So if you're short, you may want to just kind of cover. They put a captain setup switch trade long right here, so the expectation is to get somewhat of a push upward to the 55 of that pattern that you see right here. So there is a pattern of back and fill going on in this market. You know, we hit the target of 135. We expected the 128 to show up. You know, some buyers are stepping in, and we got the news in 2 minutes. So what do we do here? Nothing. Just let it be, and wait for the market to, you know, digest the news. Yeah, this behavior is short. Here it comes. Let's see if I can get a flush below 125. Here we go. Thank you. And I'm going to take that trade off. There you go. So we took a scalp trade into that target, and what the idea is here is you have a channel, the 200 and the 100 are in sync, the news is behind us, and we have a break of that trend line. So pretty much everything got in sync for us on that trade. We took an entry at 41 and got out at 30 for 11 points. There you go. Here comes Gary. Good morning, Gary. So that's the first trade of the day. So if I'm still in that trade, where would I add? I would add here at 128.75 if they close this current candle. Now, where's the next target? The next target, you're looking at 103, and we're looking at, after that, looking at the 90s as a potential target. And we need to protect, obviously, two levels, 165 and the 180. The market needs to continue to trade under those two levels. Here you go. That's what you want to see. They're putting a captain setup, but you need a switch trade right here. If they close under that 130, I'm gonna jump in. Here it comes. And thank you. It's another good one. Another good one. I mean, that doesn't get any better than that, by the way. Just to let you know. That captain set up switch trade right at that spot after the 200 and the 100 are in sync. Are you serious? They're giving free money right there. Like literally giving free money. Yeah, I mean they took that one. See that one right there? It's the same pattern as this one, but the difference is huge. The fact that you have a trend that's going lower and you're going against that trend with a fade, which is a captain setup switch trade. They still work, I'll get more aggressive when everything, excuse me, when everything's lined up in that direction. Meaning the 200, the 100, the channels, the trend lines. Then you got that captain setup switch trade at the beginning of a new harmony wave, and also in the middle of the range. Okay, they tested, and boom. Those are have a lot more value than these. But anyway, let's just keep working. Good morning, SNK. Yeah, thank you, SNK, man. Good to see you. Yes, they are, Gary. Yes, they are. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Here we go, ego. Yeah. I'm gonna take the flat basically, and we made a little bit of money off of it. It needed to hit my target very quickly, and right now you're getting a double captain setup, but they shouldn't be holding up the price like that, you know. But we'll see. I took that risk here with 2 contracts. I made like a point and a half on that decision. My expectation is a bigger target, to be honest with you, but well, here it comes. Here it comes. They just experienced a little bit of noise here, but you're getting yourself captain setup switch trade into another captain setup short. And the next target, like we talked about, is 103. Here it comes. So maybe a little bit of more patience would have kept us in. Yeah, they're playing around here. I mean, that's good for about 10 points. That's good for 10 points. I'm taking a shot on the scalp up above that 143 with a 1 candle stop. So I'm risking basically 8 points. And if it, yeah, well, here we go. Boom. That's exactly what they should have done. That's a quick scalp right there. Good scalp. It has a potential of higher prices, but I'm not gonna stick around. I'm counter trending here, and I don't necessarily wanna overstay my welcome. All right, so this is where we at for the day. I think we made 686 on 1, 2, 3, 4 decisions. and nothing big, 1 and 2 contracts. All right, let's just keep working. I'm gonna step away for just a moment. All right, back. Here we go. So, all right. So, what do we see here? We saw that little pop right there. I took advantage of it, and what we got going on here is the market hitting harmony zone number one, disconnecting between the 200 and the 100, and almost testing harmony zone number two. So, what does that mean to me? That means that the market is taking a pause here from the short interest and trying to pull together um, a bit of a consolidation pattern. Decision points are 204 to the upside, pullbacks become buyable. If we break anything under 128, that will set the stage for a continuation on the short side. Anything in between, you're going to get a two-sided market with scalping opportunities on both sides. I'd rather be short than long, but I recognize that the market is trying to stabilize the longs right now, and they're putting bullish patterns. Okay, how's everybody doing so far? It's first hour of the day. How we doing? Across the board. Joseine, how we doing? Adam, Brad, James. 1,500 by 20 accounts. Okay, good deal. James, 575. Good job, buddy. We got who's up? Steven is up. Okay, good deal. No trades for Amir. Brad is up 650. All right, Joseine, how's Joseine doing? Good morning, I'm a pro. Okay, Sheila. Okay, good job, SNK. Long-term outlook. When we say long-term, are we talking intraday or daily? Two different things. From an intraday perspective, I would expect a reversal behavior stepping in, and a bit of back and fill showing up. But that type of behavior I need to get short into. Okay, so that's an intraday behavior. Okay, so for example, a break above 103.75 will lend itself to where the pullbacks become buyable against the low, and we can start looking for a bit of a run up into the 261 and potentially the 294. That's an intraday prognosis. Okay, if, and that is an if, we break above 204. Okay, but the market looks like it's trying to put that narrative out there that idea has a potential of a reversal. Okay, so if we ended up selling at 128, like we talked earlier, then that will set the stage for a continuation trade short, and then the next target will be 103, and from there you're looking at the 15,050. So I'll look at that market. So that's an intraday perspective. Let's take a look at the daily perspective. So look at that. I mean, the break of that trend line and channel happened on March the 15th, 14th, 15th. And we've been in a rotation going higher ever since. The market right now is putting what it looks like a double top. And what's important is those three candles prior to today, how they are basically tight and consolidated. People will look at this and say this is a Calgary doji in candlestick analysis. Calgary doji, whenever you have three candles in a row that there are almost opening and closing around the same price. So what does that mean? That means this price action has the potential of progressing all the way down to 792 to retest the middle of the range. If that happens, you're going to have a retest of the 443. Then the longs can put on a couple of days worth of buying interest. So that formation is fairly a negative formation, as long as we continue to trade below 255 today. The 255 is going to be the critical level for the continuation of the selling pressure. Okay? Now, we are in a trend, right? And that trend is an upward trend. What would break it is a break below 14,000. So if this type of behavior continues and we get a rally that fails into a flush below 14,000, then you are breaking the structure of the market for, in a, it could take a few days, it could take a week, it could take a couple of months for that to happen. But I rather look at this market from the perspective of pullbacks are buyable till proven otherwise. Same, excuse me. What the hell did I just do? All right, so ES. All right, if we take a look at ES, that picture is a little bit different. That's just nasty reversal right there, and the weakness is more pronounced. Okay, so I don't know why my screen just got gumbied up here. All right. So they're putting on definitely the double top behavior, and selling pressure is a lot more pronounced in ES than in NQ. Okay. As long as we continue to trade under 44.52, then the next target is 44.06, and then we have the potential of getting to 43.60, and the bottom end of the cloud is 43.02. And then you start getting into an area where the overall health of the rally on a multi-week, multi-month basis is shifting. So there's a lot there's a big case to say in this market right now that we're coming to a short-term topping behavior. On a daily or an intraday basis, in crude oil, you're getting a channel to the upside, but you have to have a protective stop at 69.67. As long as that holds, we can get back up to target number 2, which is 71.78. Target number 3 will be 73.32 against that 69.70. You have a captain set. You have multiple formations here that are supporting the price level here. all this area right here. So as long as we continue to trade above it, we should be seeing these pullbacks hold up. I don't know why this thing is just acting up here. I mean, we're taking a look right here. Things are slowing down all of a sudden, right? Yeah, we're getting a push back toward that 135 again here. All right, we're getting another push right here. So we hit our target of 135 again. You see how significant that is. How we keep going above it and below it and come back to it. Next target is 103, guys. That's where we're going. Here we go. All right. So we see us going back up. Yeah, I saw that one, Omer. I was about to talk about that. We hit the harmony zone and came back with a one candle reversal, and then you got a push lower. So, I mean, obviously the market is still, showing signs of weakness. And on top of it, you have the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the short side. The target is 103 in this rotation. That's what we're dealing with here. Yeah, that's another one. No, there's a lot of things going for that trade. Here we go. We're heading toward that target. All right, so we're taking a look right here. We're the market is trending lower. We have harmony zone number 1 and 2 that are short. We came in, tested harmony zone number 1, sold off. So this is a trending market here, and we're coming to the target of 103. I mean, where would we say that the market has shifted, or at least starting to shift, if you trade anything above 164? And otherwise, you are in a harmony wave short right now, and we may get up to that 134 to test the FOMC meeting number again. But ultimately, I mean, we're coming to a critical level, which is the Globex number from last week. Trying to figure out which day is this. Yeah, which is the 104. Which is the 103, 104. That was the Globex from a few days back, and also all the way to June 28th and 29th. So that this level here is really critical for them to hold it for the longs. So the longs do not want to see 103. I mean, that's just the bottom line. They may consolidate it here. A significant level is anything above 164. I mean, all across throughout today, the dominant force and the direction that we took is, except that one trade right here, but that was different, is you got short, 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 long. Every single one of them worked. And the longs are weak, and you could see how they run up one candle on the 100 NT Rinko and flip, 100 and flip. That right there tells you that you should not consider the long. If you consider the long, it needs to be a quick scalp with the minimum amount of contract in places where it has the highest probability of success, and that was just one of them. You had one right there. Right there, the market is literally shifted the cloud negative, so there's no sense in trying to go short or long here against harmony zone number 1 and 2, which are resistance area. Then once the market flipped and broke at the 150, I mean, that is definitely an out to anybody that was contemplating going long. Right now, it's just a function of, at least you need the cloud to shift positive. And you need price action above 164. ES is, they are at target number 6. Now, that tells you how weak that is. And in and around target number 6, you would expect a bit of fading and back and fill behavior to the upside. Just by the fact that we have went so far without really challenging the narrative here. And you could see how the market is significantly, just it moves and it holds that move. It moves and it holds that move. So in ES, the weakness is significant and persistent and consistent. And even in NQ, you're seeing the same type of behavior. You have not had a single 200 NT Rinko reversal. All you had is the 100 shifting, then shifting back. So definitely look to stay on the short side, and the reevaluation level is going to be 165 and definitely anything above 188. If the market goes all the way to 204, then I will shift to scalping long at that point, but not till then. significant. Right. Yeah. You guys remember that tonight is the last day for the 90% with Apex. So make sure that you load up on those accounts if that's what you're trying to do. 90% is pretty decent. And if you don't have the link, I'm going to post it right here. All right, we're getting a little bit of back and fill. ES is bouncing right back up here. We talked about the 165 being a critical level, but before the 165, the 153 is a significant level as well, because you'll close the 100 NT Renko and you'll disconnect the 200 from the 100. All right. So what we're seeing here is the 200 and the 100 now are out of sync. So now it's becoming a two-sided market, and the cloud shifted negative, positive, and we're chewing through or testing harmony zone number one, which is this 53 by 63. Then you got the 78 by 88 is the next level. We talked about the 65 being significant. So the market is it's pausing from the selling pressure. ES has made what a lot of people would look at as a double bottom right here. Then they made a switch trade at 26 and a quarter, and they're pushing. So you're gonna get an upward fading behavior going on here. The overall trend is short, but the market is pausing and putting some buying interest. Do I want to jump in and go long? I don't. I rather let the market sort itself out, bottom out, run to 103.75, then pull back and give me a signal to go long. Because these rallies right now are very vulnerable for correction. So I don't want to get caught in that. All right, guys. If you guys don't mind, take a moment and welcome Josaine Flavio to the family. She joined us, and she's going to be part of our day going forward. So take a moment and say hi. And she's new, so you guys are very helpful. So help her out. Yeah, thank you, SNK, man. Looking forward to seeing you being part of the family as well. All right, so we're getting that 65 that we're talking about. Now, what's next? What's next is, do they have the strength to go to 190? The market is vulnerable for correction right here. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a push back down to that 150, and ultimately, this is the channel that the market is building right now. Okay, you have harmony zone right here, and you have the 135 FOMC number, and the probability is that the market is going to oscillate and consolidate in this area. Hmm. Oh yeah, no, Mayor. I mean, it's you're going against the 200, and you're running into the harmony zone. I mean, this is not an area that you want to jump in and be aggressive going long on a switch trade. Even though it's a double switch trade, the probability of a pullback and retesting the mean is high. And now you're seeing the captain set up short into that run up. So, and 50 NT wrinkle. There's so many things going. Like the trend is so significantly short that you really have to ask the market to give you a lot more. You need more confirmation from this type of market. And we know our levels. We know the 165 is an issue. The 190, you start going anything above 203, then the longs are gonna be significant. Yeah, we're seeing the whole thing slowing down. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, some distribution going on right here. We're slowing down. So the ferocity of the selling and the buying is really dimming down here. But that will favor in many ways the longs. Whenever the price slows down after a massive selling pressure, it's almost like the market is putting the brakes on and and putting on counter rotation. So at what point would I say I am interested in going short again? Because ultimately I'm looking for momentum. We are looking for 129.50. If we break 129.50, that will get the market to be in sync on the short side between the 200 and the 100, and then momentum can start presenting itself. Where would I be interested in the long? If we break above 203, then I'm going to start looking for pullbacks as a buying opportunity, and the targets will be in the 230 to 250 at that point. So that would be the level in which, when it's triggered, I'm interested on the long side. What is that here? All right, well, that's a positive day for you, Stephen. That's a good job. Now, if the conversation is about COP here and how it's executing, yeah, they're not. These copies are not perfect, I can tell you that much. Yeah, I mean, you go from 460 to 165. I mean, is that like 20 accounts that you're trading? All right, so that's that. Well, yeah, the 50s are, I mean, you got 2,500 risk capital, plus you have the trailing threshold that can eat up in it. So, I mean, you almost have to trade micro accounts. Micro contracts, to be honest with you. You have to divide your risk by 25, and that's how much you risk per trade, and give yourself 8 days worth of risk capital to spend before the account is gone, and that will give you plenty of opportunity to manage that account, which really on the $50,000 account is basically $100 per trade and $300 per day. So that means you get into a mini that's 5 points of profit or risk per trade, and that's not much. So you almost have to go to micro in order to navigate a $50,000 account. Otherwise, you're taking too much risk per account in order for you to be effective, and one or two stops in a row will do you in that account. So on the other hand, the 150 gives you 5 grand, and that gives you a little bit more flexibility. Now the $300,000 accounts gives you $7,500, but guess what? You're gonna make 20 grand. So really, the profit to risk is lopsided. So the 150 is really a decent account, because you're looking for 9 grand versus and a risk of 5,000. But I passed those 50,000. I passed the ones that I passed were the 50,000, and I got paid from the 50,000. So it just really depends on how you trade and how much flexibility you need in your trading. And ultimately, it's all about sizing as well. Here you go. It's all about sizing. All right, so we're breaking that, and that's a bullish behavior, the way they're behaving here on the 20 NT Rinko. Okay, so pullbacks are viable on a retest, and ultimately, like we said, the 203.75 is the ticket for the longs, and we're trying to see what type of long behavior they have here and how they're holding them up. Yeah, we should be pushing higher right here. In the next couple of candles, it should be getting into the 75, 85 level. and market. All right, guys, so it's 11 o'clock. Glad to be back from vacation on the 4th of July. And this is how we're ending the day. We had 4 decisions. Most of them are long. And then we had, actually, excuse me, most of them are short. And then we had just that one long. And we're up 636. And we will see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Bright and early. And Josaine, welcome to the family. Happy to have you. And expect some emails from me today, okay? You guys have a good one. Here comes that 75 coming into the 80s. It's a clockwork stuff right here. Just to be expected.